line winner?
Dewey made a great play at the blue line, and they were caught a few guys, and I just tried to catch him.
What did you think of the atmosphere in here today?
That was fine. 5,000 people, man. It's all right.
Is it a bit reminding you of college hockey atmosphere, sort of?
I played in front of 10.
As far as just the locker rooms go, just what was your sense and feel of just this unique circumstance?
It's fine. I mean, I think you just try to approach it like any other game, and at the end of the day, these games are super important for us. So, if you get lost in the surroundings or the locker room or whatever, you're going to be distracted and not give yourself a chance to win. So, all in all, I think it was made out to be a lot worse than it actually was. And as long as you got a spot to put your gear on and talk about the game, and I mean, it really is a beautiful college hockey rink. So, I've played in way worse arenas for sure.
Blake, what did you think your team did to turn that game in your favor?
I think we just stuck with it. I mean, we played last night in LA, so we knew those first periods are always tough, and we just stuck with it. I think the fact that it was still a hockey game, and Ritter made some big saves back there for us to keep us in it, and you leave those games on a back-to-back close or down a goal, you got a chance to win. So I think that was mission accomplished.
Sorry about that. The team that plays back-to-back is supposed to, slow down as the game goes on. What did you think your team did that allowed you to seemingly get stronger as the game went on?
I think it's the opposite. I think it's really tough, those starts on the back-to-back. First periods are normally the make or break. If you can make it through that first period and get the adrenaline going and get a sweat, that's when you find your legs. So I thought the back half of the game, we played a pretty good game and gave ourselves a chance to win.
How's the ice?
It was great. Ice was actually really good. Yeah.
A nice performance by Cole Perfetti. What did you see from his game tonight?
Yeah, Cole was great. I mean, I think he was getting a little down on himself yesterday, and he stuck with it today. And a huge individual effort to get us on the board and pull us within a goal. So that was a big moment in the game for us. So it was a great game for him.
Coaches shook up the lines and to make a change there. What you thought about it?
Yeah, I mean, pretty lucky to have the type of centerman that we have, and you go from Doobie to Scheif. It's you feel pretty lucky in those situations. So every once in a while, game gets a little stale, or need to score a goal, or just need a little bit of life in the bench. Those mix-ups are good. So it was a good switch by him. I thought it gave our team a little boost.
Life of a backup goalie isn't easy. Called in, to get games like this. Just comment on Dave's game.
Yeah, he gets the short end of the stick.
Good atmosphere, even in warm-ups, like when they're right on top of you like that, all the fans, it's exciting. Like, it's pretty good atmosphere, and the rink was pretty fun to play in. Like, ice was good, and even from warm-ups, there's lots of people there. So right from the get-go, it was a good atmosphere, and it was a blast getting the first win here.
Cole, 2 nights in a row you guys are down and having to fight back. What does it say about this team that you were able to do it 2 nights?
Yeah, it shows good resilience. Like, that's obviously we'd like to have a little bit of a better start each night. Coming into an away team's building, obviously we know they're going to have a good jump, but we've got to come and have a better start. But that being said, it goes to show a lot about our group and what we can do, and how we don't give up on each other, and how we don't give up on the game. That's those are 2 massive wins for us, and to do it that way, it shows if we can just come out with a little bit of a better start each game, then and put ourselves in a better position, it's going to be great. But we're just really happy with that.
What was the key to really turning it up in the third? It just seemed like you really started to get the offensive pressure.
Yeah, obviously down a goal, you need to, press a little bit more. And we were just getting pucks behind them, getting on the forecheck and turning pucks over a little bit more. And I think we were getting more ozone time. I think we were playing faster through the neutral zone and more direct. And I think, with the pace we played at, they couldn't, handle that for the full 20. So Scheif with the big goal there, obviously, to get us going, and then we just kept up with that pressure, and then obviously a great play there by Doobie and Wheels.
Over the last number of years, this team has shown a real strong ability to dig itself out of holes in the middle of games. As a newcomer, is there something that stands out to you that this team is able to do that?
Just so we don't give up. Like, coming in intermissions, like, we're not down on each other. We're not, calling it quits. Like, we're just focusing on winning the next period, winning each shift, and winning each battle, and going from there. Like, it shows a lot of our group and the resilience we have. You know, like I said earlier, obviously we don't want to put ourselves in that position. It's going to happen, but you know, to be able to do that back-to-back nights on the road, it says a lot.
Could you talk about yourself for a second? Just that individual goal, you got the strip in the corner and then you drive the net. Just what did you see on that play?
Yeah, good play by Wheels there to get it out kind of later in the shift, and just was able to kind of poke it away from him there, and then kind of that little partial 2-on-1, and the defenseman took away Doobie on the back door, so I kind of just took it to the net and was able to beat him across to the far side, and that one felt pretty good. Like, obviously we needed that little bounce back after getting scored on. To follow that up 30 seconds later was big for us.
What do you think of the locker rooms?
Yeah, it's different. It's different. The ground's cold, though, being on top of the ice. If you take your shoes off, it's a little chilly on the feet, but we know it's temporary. We knew what we were coming into. It's unique. Like, it's pretty cool to be the first team to ever be a part of this. It's fun. Yeah, it's definitely something. It's weird, but it's cool.
And the ice out there, what do you think about that?
It was great. It was unbelievable. Like, even from warm-ups, I was like, this is awesome. Like, coming from LA's ice last night, it wasn't the best, and fighting the puck a little bit, and it was bouncing all over the place. So, and then coming here, the ice was great, the boards are great, everything about it was awesome, and had a blast playing in that rink.
And could you hear like the fans talking more than you do at another arena?
Well, yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's not. There's a difference between 5,000 people and 20,000 people, but with the smaller atmosphere, like them being right on top of you, it's still pretty loud, and they were pretty. You know, I think they were pretty excited for the first game here. So it was loud, it was exciting, and glad we were able to get the win there.
Yeah, it's been real good. Obviously, you know, getting in here late last night, and again getting down a couple goals and just battling back and staying with it, and really took over that game in that second period. And you know, our whole bench felt good that we were going to pull that one off.
You made a change with the center switching Doobie and Scheifele. What was your thinking there?
There's a little bit of frustration, you know. They hadn't, you know. I know that Kyle was looking. He's been trying hard to get a goal, and just the way they were kind of matching up a little bit. We just felt that was you know, there was some chemistry from the past with Scheifele and Wheels, and then with you know, with Connor and Doobie. So just one of those things. Sometimes you try and it worked, and tonight was good.
So switching back in overtime, what was the decision behind that?
Yeah, it's hard because we've kind of practiced a little bit with our certain guys, and I don't know, just sometimes you get lucky.
What were your thoughts on the locker rooms?
Actually, our locker room was fine. It's it's big. It's wide open here. It's actually everything about the building was actually pretty cool. That intensity, the atmosphere. It's like I said, it's like a junior or college game. Everybody's right on top of you. They're real loud, and they seem to be having a lot of fun. And the facilities here, they are what they are. They've got a couple of weeks before they get all their new stuff ready to go. So it was good for us. We got the first team to win a hockey game in here, so I'm pretty happy about that.
So you're starting to imagine, life might be easier if the power play can get going.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to stress too much on it. We're not. I mean, we're getting some looks. Like, I know I said that to you the other night, but man, oh man, like we're getting some quality chances. It's not like I know there was one there in the second where or the third, to start where we didn't get into the zone, but. When you're getting those chances and those looks, they're going to go sooner or later. We'll still continue to tinker with things, but at the end of the day, if you can hem the other team in there pretty close to the whole 2 minutes like we've done in the past, and our second unit as well has gone out there and had some great looks, so we'll just kind of stick with it.
Tough life to be a backup goalie. You played the back ends. You talk about the power play. He stopped 2 shorthanded breakaways, came up big in other parts. Just a comment on.
Yeah, we didn't. His first start in Vegas. We didn't do a very good job of supporting him there, and even tonight we got down 2, but he was rock solid. Needed to be, was there when we needed him, and so good to see him get his first win as a Winnipeg Jet.
A game like tonight's can do for like Cole Perfetti. He was one of your best players leading up until that kind of offensive explosion. Clearly, that goal was an individual effort.
Yeah, you know what? He's the first to admit he was pretty upset after last night's game. It was hard because he didn't get to play in the first period because of all the penalties, and he went out and tried to do too much, and it sort of snowballed on him. But we talked about him. We talked to him a little bit and showed him some clips, and just loved the way he responded. Like to come back, a young kid like that, and come back and play the game he did. That's a real good sign that he's growing each day.
So a couple back come from behind wins. This team's shown for years that it has the capability of doing that. Walking into this dressing room, is there something that you see that would explain why this team is able to fight its way back into games?
I really wish we don't have to, but at the same time, this league is, if teams take their foot off the gas, and we've got a team that can push and we can score goals, we can put ourselves in a situation where we can come back, and we really don't want to keep doing it. But you know what? Tonight was a really good game in the sense of we just kept it simple. We knew that they were going to have some energy early on. We knew that we were going to have to try to get through that neutral zone and try to have to make them play a little bit more defense than they were hoping to, and that's what we did. It took us a little longer to get going, but comebacks happen, and I just like the fact that we just don't believe we're ever out of game, and we just stay into it.
What do you think it means for Blake? Obviously you've liked his effort all year long, but scoring consecutive games and to get an OT winner, what do you think that means for him?
Yeah, he's a guy that you can certainly rely on. He's an experienced guy on the walls. A couple of times that we've had the other teams had the goalies out, he's made great plays to get help score on the empty netters, and tonight he's a guy that has detail to his game, and he's a veteran guy, and great to see him get rewarded with that goal at the end.